Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Byte Buds mini-series, your guide to using Scratch and getting your kid into coding. Today, we're going to be learning how to do an obstacle course on Scratch. This will be a quick and easy lesson that should hopefully be super fun. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to scratch.mit.edu, and when you go to that page, you'll have a little thing with a magic wand that says Start Creating, and I want you guys to click that. Once you go there, you should see this screen, which I'll share now. If your screen doesn't look like mine, you might be on the wrong website, but here's how your screen should look after you press Start Creating. So in this, we're going to need a background and 3 sprites. We're going to need 1 sprite that's an animal that can go over the rocks, and 2 sprites that'll be the different rocks or the different obstacles. I'm going to go ahead and pick out my background first. To pick out your background, you go all the way to the right, all the way down, and you go choose a background. My background, I think I'm going to make it in the desert. And then you need our 2 sprites. The sprites are basically your characters or anything that's on the screen. So I want to get rid of the sprite because I don't really want to use him. I'm going to go up and down again to choose my sprite. And I think I'm going to have it be a bear. So my bear is going to be my animal, and my bear needs 2 obstacles to go across. So I'm going to do a cake and a beach ball. I know it doesn't really make it that much sense, but it's okay because it's mine. But then I need to make sure I go all the way to the bottom and click on my bear because I'm doing coding for the bear. The other 2 will stay still. They don't need to do anything, but the bear is what needs to move. Okay, I don't know if you guys remember from last time, but if you want to start anything on Scratch, you need to go over to the events. There's a few different tabs that we can use, but since we're going to be controlling it and we need 4 operations. We need the bear to go up, to the right, down, and to the left, because we need to jump over, come down, and then jump over. And then we also want to be able to go backwards in case we mess up. So in order to do that, we're going to click the when. We're going to drag out 4 when space keys are pressed. But obviously you can't have 4 when space keys. So when it goes up, I'm going to use the up arrow. When it goes down, I'm going to use the down arrow. When it goes right, I'm going to use the right arrow. And when it goes left, I'm going to use the left arrow. Okay, now that we have that all set up, I'm going to give you a minute to go and do that. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Then for motion, guess which tab we're going to go to? If you guess the blue one that says motion, you'd be right. Motion is going to control all of the movements of the sprites. So if we want it to move forward, we can say move 10 steps. So one thing important to understand about Scratch is that it operates on the X and Y axis. This is the Y axis, this is the X axis, which basically means if you wanted to go up, you have to do plus Y. If you want to go down, you have to do minus Y. If you want to go right, you have to do plus X. If you want to go left, you have to do minus X. Okay, so we're going to start here with that. We want it to go up. So which one did we do? That's right, we changed the Y. We're going to go and change Y by, and I may have done this before, so I do know that 50 or 60 is usually probably a good number to do because we want to jump up 60. Now I'm going to try that out like that. Okay, that seems good. But how do we get him back down if we don't want to just click him and drag him? This is where we go over to the down arrow. And this one we're going to do change Y by, but we're going to do negative 60 because like I said earlier, if you want the Y, if you want to go up, it goes positive. If you want to go negative, to go down, you do negative. Next, we want it to go forward and back. Which one do you think we're going to use? If you said change the x-axis, you'd be right. We're going to change x by. I'm also going to give you guys a little hint here and say that 50 is usually a good number for this. So we're going to do 50. And then if we want to go backwards, what do you guys think? You're right. It's the same as the y. We're doing negative 50. Okay, so now that we're here, let's try it out. Up arrow. I kind of do a little more up. Up arrow. Side, right arrow, right arrow, right arrow, right arrow. Down arrow, down arrow. Up arrow, right arrow, right arrow. Right, down. Ooh, but I went too far. I can always go backwards. That's what the arrow is for. Okay, I know this was a quick lesson, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I think this one is super fun, it's super easy, and If you guys have any questions or you want to even show us your photos, please put them in the comments. Thank you.